Hi, how are you? Welcome to this video from our podcast channel called Gumball Sports Machine. If this is your first time here, well, if you could go ahead and hit that like, hit the subscribe button, it would be much appreciated. If you like this clip, we go live on Tuesdays and Friday nights. Hopefully there's an edit there and you can catch us live. But here's a segment from our most recent podcast. Like and subscribe, like my OG says. Thank you. All right, DLO. Speaking of trades, okay, there has been some conversation around the league, and obviously, you know, the what's the most talked about team in the NBA? The Los Angeles Lakers. Let's talk about one of those guys who plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. In fact, the guy that they traded for most recently last year, Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, I believe, is a top 5 player in basketball. Now, obviously, his biggest knock is his ability or lack of ability to play defense / lack of effort on the defensive side of the ball. And, you know, the Lakers went out and they signed a bunch of people. They went and got Jake LaRavia. They went and got DeAndre Ayton. They went and got Marcus Smart. They went and got these guys to try and build around Luka Doncic and LeBron James. And, you know, I guess you could throw Austin Reeves in there. But Luka Doncic has been getting a lot of flack, a lot of attention for his lack of effort, his lack of ability to play defense. And you see the relationship between him and JJ Redick does not look very good. The relationship between him and LeBron doesn't look great. You know, him and Austin Reeves, they look pretty cool, but they're also the same player. They're both severely, they're both really, really great offensive players who couldn't guard an infant on the basketball court. Is there a situation, maybe not this offseason, maybe not the next, but is there a situation in which the Lakers get fed up? They're like, hey, you know what? You're really, really, really good. And what we traded for you was, trading pennies on the dollar. But we don't know if you can win us a championship. And so because of that, we're going to try and get the most for you, way more than we traded for you. But we're going to try and get the most value from you right now before you get too much older and really not able to play defense after that. Is there a case in which you could see the Lakers trading Luka Doncic again? DLO, again, after everything that's happened so far this year.
I'm 50-50 on this. Because there's one part of me that wants to be realistic and say no. Because if you're the Lakers, why? Especially because we knew that, well, I say we. I'm pretty sure you also knew, but I knew for sure this was going to be a gap year. You're going to wait for LeBron and hopefully he retires at the end of the year and then you build around Luka. But from what it looks like, it won't be LeBron's last year. Now, odds are probably leaves LA. I don't know if he stays in LA with how things are going currently. But when you look at it outside of that, there's really nothing to LA at this point. Now, obviously they are in the playoff hunt, right? But don't have anything. They don't have picks. They don't have the player personnel. Because again, if assuming LeBron either leaves or retires, you're going out there with the starting duo of Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. It's not going to win you anything, especially in today, where yes, offense is valuable, but you know what else is valuable? Stopping the other guy from getting offense. They can't do either.
Very.
They can't do either. They couldn't stop the ocean from waving. They couldn't do it. Like they could not do it. Okay. So when you look at it, they aren't set to compete, in my opinion, for years. Multiple years. And if you're LA, I personally would blow it all up. I would blow the whole roster up. I would trade Luka Doncic. I would trade Austin Reeves. And as much as Laker fans are gonna hate it, I would go into full rebuild mode. Now, will you do that considering you have a top 5 player in the world in Luka Doncic? No, but I think that's what they should do. Absolutely think that's what they should do because you can't build a roster around him um, yet. Yet, let me preface because again, this is LA and there are free agents who will come to LA. It will happen. Now, is it enough? I don't think so. I honestly don't think it'll be enough to compensate for Luca's weaknesses. You obviously need a great roster, and I just don't think that the Lakers will have enough money and cap to build a good roster while also having mm, and Reeves in particular. He's going to make a bunch of money.
Oh, whole lot.
He's going
Whole
to make
lot
a
of it.
whole lot of money. So I don't see it happening. But if I were a Laker fan, I would kind of be praying for it, to be honest.
Now, D'Lo, I agree with almost everything that you just said. I'll tell you what I do agree with. I agree with the idea of blowing it all up. Blow it up. You take your C4, you plant it right there at the bottom of that door, and you go boom boom. Blow it all up. But the person you take out of that building before you blow it all up is Luka Doncic. You keep him. Because D'Lo, you know how highly I think of Luka Doncic, and I believe he's a top 5 player in this league. You keep him, but you build around him what you need for him to do and what needs to be. You give him the tools to make the house. You give him the ingredients to make the meal. Okay, if you're making spaghetti, if you're making spaghetti, don't give me spinach, wood, and syrup. That won't make spaghetti. If I'm making spaghetti, you need to give me the noodles. You need to give me the spaghetti sauce. You need to give me the ground beef, whatever it is. You give me the ingredients to make the meal that you want me to make, and I'll go make it. Right now, Luka Doncic is trying to make spaghetti with spinach, wood, and syrup. That's not how you make spaghetti, D'Lo. And I think what you need to do is blow it all up. Blow it all up, but leave Luka. Leave Luka. You trade Austin Reeves. Get what you can for him. Let LeBron walk. Let him go. He's a big name. He's going to draw eyes. Of course he is. He's not going to win you basketball games at this time in his career. He's not. Let him go. But you bring in a bunch of 3-and-D guys. You bring in the Dorian Finney-Smith types. You bring in the Derrick Jones types. You bring in like the guys that can play defense at an elite level as well as shoot the 3 at a somewhat consistent level. And then you surround them with athletic bigs who can run the floor and can protect the rim. You surround them with Daniel Gaffords and Derek Lively's. That's the team that took him to the finals. That's the team that he was with when they went to the finals. Now, did they look good in the finals? Absolutely not. But that Celtics team was a monster in itself. But that's the team that got them there. Go and build around Luka Doncic, around the way that you need to. Don't put a bunch of other ball handlers around him. Don't put Austin Reeves around him. Don't put LeBron around him. Don't put Marcus Smart around him. You are now Marcus Smart is not a primary ball handler, but he's older. He's not the Marcus Smart that he was. He's not the old Marcus Smart. He's just old Marcus Smart. Put guys around him that you know Luka will thrive around. And so because of that, I say blow it all up, but take Luka out of that building before you do it. Keep him. Keep him because we've seen he can get you to an NBA Finals. He can get you an opportunity to compete for a championship, but only if you build correctly around him. It's almost like the conversation we're having about Giannis, D'Lo. You need to build correctly around him in order for you to have a chance to compete for an NBA championship. And if you don't do that, it is a waste of time and it is a waste of talent because you need 8 guys. You need 8 guys, maybe 9 guys that you could throw out there at any point in time and you trust to go make a play. whatever the play may be in their certain role. But if you don't have those 8 or 9 guys around those 1 or 2 superstars that you have, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's simple as that, DLO.
And it is, but just I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of in the same boat as Tone now, where I don't think Luka Doncic can go out and win you a championship. I don't think that he could do it.
I genuinely do. But again, he's one of those guys that you have to like, everything has to go right. That year against the Dallas, that he took the Mavericks to the finals, everything went right. And he played up to his level of talent. But now again, did it fall out? Did the floor fall out from underneath them in the finals? It did. It absolutely did. But I think if you give him another opportunity, he's better. He's more experienced. He knows how to get there. He understands what it takes to get there. And if he's able to bring in guys, again, you bring in a bunch of 3-and-D guys. You put them around some ridiculously athletic big men and guys that can take the relief off them, and hey, give him another star. You know, it doesn't even have to top 20 player. Doesn't have to be top 15 like Kyrie Irving. Top 20 player. Just so when he goes to the bench, they can keep the lead. I like the chances of Luka Doncic living up to his level of talent and getting to an NBA Finals and winning an NBA Finals. I really do, D-Lo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to each his own, because I honestly, I can't see it anymore. And it sucks because I like Luka Doncic. And maybe it's just because he's in Los Angeles now and he's no longer with Dallas. Like I don't know what it is, but I just don't see it out of him anymore.
Yeah.
I can't articulate it, but it's there in my mind. I cannot see Luka Doncic winning a championship.
It's tough.
Can't see it. But I can see there are other guys that I think can. I can still see Jokic winning a championship.
Yeah.
I can see SGA winning a championship. I can see Ant-Man winning a championship. I cannot see Luka Doncic in my mind winning a championship.
This might make a lot of people
why I can't. Honestly, don't know why I can't.
This might make a lot of people upset. I can see. I think Luka Doncic has a better chance of winning a championship than Anthony Edwards.
And to me, that's crazy. Like in my mind, that is crazy. And I can't tell you why it is because Luka Doncic has already beaten Anthony Edwards in a conference finals. But right now, in my mind, I would take Anthony Edwards to win a championship first over Luka Doncic. I would.
And that's not crazy. That's not out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Because of the level Anthony Edwards has played at and has been able to play at as far as as long as he's been in the league. It's tough. The way that you're thinking about Anthony Edwards is the way that I'm thinking. I can't envision Luka Doncic not at least being able to compete for a championship, at least not being able to play in an NBA Finals and play well in an NBA Finals. Now here's the bigger point. I was just talking about how the Lakers should blow it up. Do I see him doing that in a Laker uniform? That's another question in itself.
I guess when I think about it, right? Not just Ant, though. Like I know that's the crazy name that I threw out, but like Tyrese Halliburton when he comes back, I could see it. Jaylen Brown, I can see it. Oh, even Jalen Brunson, I can see it.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham, I can see it. But in my mind, I can't picture Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Even though
he
is an all-worldly talent. Yeah. He's phenomenal. I can't see him winning a championship.
No. I understand
what it is.
I understand it because it's the severe lack of effort defensively. Luka Doncic could be a serviceable defender if he really wanted to be. He could be. He just doesn't want to for whatever
And
reason.
maybe that's what it is.
That very well could be.
I think another part of it though is just his play style. Luka
Yeah.
Doncic needs the ball in his hands,
Yeah.
like 100%. But when I look at those other guys, I don't think that they do. For the most part, I think Nikola Jokic is the one guy that's the exception to that rule.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I mean,
Nikola
Cade maybe.
Jokic is just, but yeah, but even then, like I've seen Cade play off the ball, and he's been really well at doing that. They've been doing it this year? No. And that's part of the reason why they're thriving.
Yeah.
But if Cade were to get a second star next to him, especially if they could handle the ball, not, phenomenal like a guard, but just a little bit, and you allow Cade to play off the ball, throw him a couple back screens, like I could see that.
Yeah.
But I can't
Yeah.
imagine Luka Doncic playing off the ball.
No. 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 No.
And we
Luka
saw
cannot play off
that
the ball.
in Dallas when Kyrie had the ball, Luka was standing on a wing in a corner.
Just wait. Yes. Wait and see what happens.
So
Yeah.
maybe it's just from the cumulative of what I've seen of Luka Doncic,
Mhm.
but I can't see it. Can't.
Yeah. It's tough. And the
And I
biggest
think
thing for
that's
me,
part of the reason why he's dropped out of a top 5 player for me. I don't think Luka Doncic is a top 5 player in the world.
it's
I think
fair.
he's a top 5 talent.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think that he's a top 5 player.
And I think I just think so highly. It's because he literally put that Mavericks team on his back. And he did it, and he did it in 2021 when he went to the conference finals. He did it in 2023 or 22 when he went to the NBA finals. I've seen him put the team on his back and carry that team to wherever they went to. But it's tough. I just because I've seen it before, I believe he can do it. Will he do it? I don't know. And I think again, the bigger question is, can he do it in a Laker uniform? Is the next question, and the bigger conversation.